Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have some major updates concerning the MCU phases 5 and 6. While this isn't terrible news, it does come with delays, but of course we've come to expect that as Marvel fans and fans of the MCU. With that said, we've just been hit with some major delays for both phases 5 and 6. So, buckle in as we break down all of the new dates. Some of these projects were delayed quite a while, and others just a few months. To begin, we got word that Blade has actually temporarily paused production in an effort to continue to search for a new director. This obviously isn't amazing news, and it's never a good sign when all of production has to be paused, but it obviously makes sense in the context that they need to find a new director. In addition to this, we also got some great news in the fact that Sony is apparently eyeing July 12th, 2024 for the release of Spider-Man 4, which through all of the reports that we've been hearing will be much more grounded and will be much more of a street level story than many of the other Spider-Man stories, especially a departure from No Way Home as we begin this brand new trilogy. There's also reports that it will have major connections to Daredevil Born Again. Following this, we have more Avengers news, and that being that Avengers Secret Wars has been officially delayed, with Disney officially confirming that Avengers Secret Wars has been delayed from November 7th, 2025 to May 1st, 2026. With that said, the previous Avengers film, In the Kang Dynasty, is still slated to premiere on May 2nd, 2025. Essentially what this means though is what happened with Avengers Infinity War to Endgame, with the films being roughly a year apart. This was actually a major criticism for a lot of Marvel fans in general, the fact that they thought Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars were far too close together. So in truth, I would take this as good news. While it's always difficult to wait for another Avengers film, especially if they leave this one off on a cliffhanger as well, I think the idea of having two Avengers films too close is very dangerous, and I like the idea that they delayed this another year. So again, we can build up the hype similar how the hype to Avengers Endgame was, which I've never seen such anticipation for a film ever. Following this, Fantastic Four was also delayed and will now premiere on February 14th, 2025 instead of November in 2024, with again this being a delay but only by a few months and nothing major. Along with this, Deadpool 3 was also delayed 2 months from its original September 2024 release timeline, since it is now slated to be released on November 8th, 2024. The biggest delay here by far is of course Blade, which has now been delayed 10 months and will now officially be released on September 6th, 2024, as that film reportedly is having the most production problems over at Marvel. Other than this though, none of these delays are necessarily major, with again Deadpool and Fantastic Four only being moved by around 2 months. Although admittedly, it is unfortunate that Fantastic Four will no longer be releasing in 2024. With all of these delays out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about when we can expect all of the major Marvel projects and when exactly they release, starting with 2023. Of course, we have Black Panther Wakanda Forever coming in 2022. In 2023, first off, we still have Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which will still be releasing in February. Following that in 2023, we'll have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as well as The Marvels, with The Marvels being the film that will end off Marvel's 2023. In 2024, first off, we have Captain America New World Order, which will be followed by The Thunderbolts, and then the untitled Deadpool 3. In 2025 is where things are going to get very serious, kicking off the year with the Fantastic Four in February, with Marvel really looking to dominate those November to February to summer slots. Then, less than 3 months later, we will have the Kang Dynasty, which leads many to believe that the Fantastic Four will be setting up the Kang Dynasty in the beginning of the finale of the multiversal saga. And then in 2026, we currently have 3 untitled Marvel projects as well as Avengers Secret Wars in now May. But anyway, watchers, what are your thoughts on this updated release schedule for Marvel? What are your thoughts on a lot of the major delays, and what are your thoughts on Blade having production problem? Again, if you want to stay up to date with everything Marvel and MCU related, be sure to hit that subscribe button as we'll be covering it in depth on the channel as well as various theories. So until next time, watchers, I hope you have a great day.